This is KUGAN CASSIUS for iFull TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. We're in Newcastle here. I'm joined by Raza Hamza. Yeah, it's been a disappointing few days for you, mate.
Yeah, very disappointing, mate. Was meant to box for the IBO International, but things fell through and just wasn't meant to be, mate. But yeah, we're going home today.
Let's kind of just run through. I heard there was about 2 or 3 different opponents kind of trying to be drafted in last minute, but look, I think we spoke about this yesterday, kind of off camera, that everything does happen for a reason. For whatever reason, you weren't meant to fight tonight, but that's not going to make you feel any better because you've gone through the camp and you kind of wanted to be active and be out tonight.
Absolutely, today was the day. A lot of people would have seen, what I'm about. I would have boxed for a respectable title that would have given me a ranking and I would have moved in the right direction. But listen, some things ain't meant to be. We keep working hard, we keep moving forward, and that's the most important thing. We stay positive and fight for another day.
Okay, so obviously what I wanted to address is I understand from kind of what I've seen on social media and things I've heard during the fight week here that an opponent that was kind of considered was Kane Baker. Now, Kane Baker, which no one knew actually, Kane Baker's actually gone on social media in a kind of barrage of Instagram posts directed towards you. So, yeah, what is your initial response to that, Raza?
A bit desperate, isn't he? He wants to fight. He's got nowhere to go. And he knows, I'm thereabouts his weight. We're both from Birmingham. Listen, he wants to get paid, doesn't he? So, fair play to the kid. But, listen, he's gone on social media yesterday. He's called me out. He's disrespected me, said a lot of bad things, bitter things for no reason. Do you know what I mean? For no reason, just because they offered him the fight last minute, but it wasn't intentional. We were looking for people with a winning record last minute. It weren't, let's get Kane Baker. It was anybody who had a winning record that I would have beaten, that would have risen my stock instead of beating somebody who's way below me. So he's gone on social media. He's, spoken bitterly about me and he's said a lot of bad things, but listen, I've reacted and I really want to make this fight. And the only way we're going to make this fight is by getting attention around it and getting one of the big promoters to come to Birmingham or the Midlands, and let's make this fight, man. Let's make it over 10 rounds and you see what I'm about.
Raza, can I just kind of offer an alternative to this? Obviously, for your career path, despite obviously the last 24 hours of Kane Baker going on social media and we'll address some of the comments that he's made, but aside from that, do you believe that you fighting Kane Baker at this stage of your career, apart from what's happened in the last 24 hours, do you think that's of benefit to you?
No. What am I going to get out of beating him? He's been beaten 9 times. Do you know what I mean? But listen, sometimes it's not about that. It's bragging rights. And when there's 2 fighters from the same city, when there's 2 fighters for the same city, and there's animosity around it. There's a lot of people who have been talking about it since yesterday. So listen, it gives everybody something to talk about. It's a fight to get up for. He'll be up for the fight. I'll be up for the fight, and it can be a good step for me. Apparently, I've not fought no one, which I haven't. But is that my fault? Is that my fault if I get pullouts in the week of my fight? You've known me for years. I've had so many pullouts. Is that my fault, though? Then I get thrown these journeymen. It's not my fault. But listen, apparently, you're a step up. I've not fought no one. I'm a bum. So let's make the fight. Let's make it next. You want 8 weeks. Give you 8 weeks. Give you 10 weeks. Let's make the fight. Get down to the weight. I'm down on weight. And I'll run circles around you, man. You see what I'm going to do to you, Kane. And I'm going to laugh at you. Remember I told you, I'm going to laugh at you when I'm in the ring. Because I'm just going to outbox you. And you've got one way of fighting. Putting your hands up, typically, and just walking forward. You can't punch. So how are you going to beat me? But yeah, just make the fight.
Raza, Kane posted a few things over the last sort of however long, so I'm just going to kind of pick on one of them that he said. He said, this is a post from Kane Baker's Instagram account. He said, I've lost, been everywhere and fought everyone. You, son, you've been nowhere and avoided everyone. You won't even fight Brett Fido tomorrow night, as in tonight. Fraud. Raza ain't even got 6K for a fall-over job because he's too worried that the fall-over won't fall over. Man's made weight and don't want to fight. That was one of the posts from Kane Baker's Instagram account yesterday.
Okay, man's made weight but don't want to fight. Right. So I don't have 6K for a fallover job, but we offered you 6K. We offered you 6K. We offered other people 8K. It come to a stage we were going to pay somebody with a 50-50 record 8K for a 6-rounder. So listen, mate, stop chatting shit. And no disrespect to Brett Friedel, but I don't get nothing from beating him. Do you know? I don't get no. I've fought. Listen, I've sparred with the best of the best. I've been in the ring with everyone. Sparring don't mean nothing, but what have I got to gain from that? But listen, man, you just want something to talk about because you're so irrelevant right now. You've probably ain't had no crack, or you ain't drank for a few days, and you just need something to talk about. So if I've avoided everybody and you fought everybody, but guess what? Everybody you fought has knocked you the fuck out or beaten you up. Do you know what I mean? You jump in normally for $5,000, 4 weights above you. So why didn't you want to fight somebody a weight lower than you for $5-6 grand? But listen, besides the point, let's make this fight, man. Let's make it in Birmingham. It can be massive in Birmingham because you know what? You've got a lot of people that'll back you for this. I've got a lot of people to back me for this. Let's make it a 9 stone 2. You're a super featherweight. I'm a featherweight. 9 stone 2 is bang on in the middle. And let's do it, man. Let's do it. I'm ready. 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 6 weeks. I'm ready. No bullshit. Let's go, man. Let's fight. Let's see who the better man is.
Okay, I know you're going to leave Newcastle now, so look, like I said, gutted not to see you on the card tonight because obviously, it's been a frustrating week for you after the work you put in camp, etc. But I suppose you've got to get it out of your system and kind of move on from this now. We'll see what happens with this Kane Baker situation if it develops. We'll see. Time will tell in that respect. But you feel angry, frustrated? How do you feel at the moment?
I'm a big believer in God, and God has a plan for everybody. There's always God's always got a plan. We have a plan, God has a plan. So it is. I'm pissed off because I've been a pro for 6.5 years. This was my chance. I could have done well. I could have moved on, but some things ain't meant to be. But the Kane Baker thing will materialise. That fight will happen, and it will happen next. I'm not going to fight nobody else but you next. So make it happen. Whichever promoter is coming to Birmingham or the Midlands next, put that fight on Chief Sport or whatever you want, and you'll see what happens, and you'll see what I'm about, and you'll see me beat him up, basically beat him up and batter him. I promise you that, man. I promise you, you've pissed me off, you little twat, and I'm gonna beat you up, and I'm gonna batter you, and I'm gonna just wait till we fight. Just wait till we fight. I promise you, I'm gonna hurt you, man. Trust me.
Raza, appreciate your time. Get home safe, and like I said, we'll catch up. Like I said, if anything develops, we'll talk again. But anything else you want to add?
No, just thank you very much to yourself, and thank you very much the people who support me, my sponsors, and everybody who is going to travel up. And I'm sorry, but it's going to come, man. It's going to come. It's going to come very soon, and it might come quicker than you think.
Raza Hamza, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV, and we'll catch up with you again soon.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome, Team Everlast, to the Team Everlast Fitness app. Download the Everlast Fitness app and find your greatness within.